After another 30-minute break to eat the rest of my food and to charge my phone in the back, I was fueled for the rest of the night. Not only did I recharge ever so little, but I only had 2 goals left. I needed to hit 48, which felt easier to accomplish since I marked down my 34th Dumbo already, and they also needed to ride 100 times. Thankfully, I was content with the fact that I no longer needed to film which Dumbo I was going to ride, since I, already rode each Dumbo. The only goal I needed to do was to make sure I could ride as many times as possible. As I entered the tent, the fumes of the play tent wafted into my face. My face twisted. It was so strong. It smelled like caca and wee-whiz up in that tent. It was nasty. Yet, despite the putrid smell, I made my way around the corner of the lightning lane to see absolutely no one in line. It was 6:07 p.m., I had roughly 3 hours to go, and the only thing standing in my way was the family with a crying child in front of me. You know what, kid? Me too. Me too. I gleefully made my way to the 35th Dumbo of the day, smiling at either the sheer feeling that I no longer needed to film the Dumbo's vehicular number, or the feeling that I made it to my next challenge. Either way, I was pumped.
Hi, sir, can you buckle for me?
I'm buckling. I gotta videotape myself buckling too to prove it, Position. Ignore that voice in your head. Doesn't work. It had been a long day, but I got to bond with the cast members throughout my journey, and it became a good second family. They cheered me on and continuously asked me for the rest of the night what number I was on, rooting me on to see if I could accomplish all 4 of these challenges. These feelings of validation mixed with excitement was able to keep me going. I danced and sung, entering the ride with sheer readiness. As the sun began to set, the lights that surrounded Dumbo began to illuminate, and the vibes of the attraction changed to this calming tone. It was a nice change of pace, and with the lack of the people on the attractions, given how late it was getting, I got to take in the atmosphere of what this kids' attraction had to give. But, however, as I rode to the top, the motion of the Dumbo hitting that highest point jolted me into a nauseated state. 36 Dumbos and my stomach finally said, "Bro, what on earth are you doing?" I had to breathe. I needed to make sure I wasn't going to get sick. The lack of motion sickness pondered my mind, but of course they wouldn't have those. It's a 90-second ride, and people generally ride it once, not 30-something times. As I got off the Dumbo, my stomach continued to turn with every step I took. I needed to regulate my breathing, so I decided to be smart and have a seat in the play area. There was a couple of families, but not a lot of families, so I didn't need to be haunted by the screams and cries and smells that circled the interiors of the wall. It was a cute area, it felt like a slightly classier McDonald's play place, but I could tell that it still had the same horrors that laid up in the netting above. As the music played and the kids ran, and the cast members consistently told them not to, I gazed above me and I saw another Dumbo spinning around in the air. It circled above, conducting the symphony of mayhem that the tent brought throughout the day. But looking closer, I could see Timothy. I was reminded of his voice. He was like a celebrity at this point because I was so familiar with him. He pointed in my general direction, and I blushed just at his presence. By this time, I was his #1 fan. I listened to every album of his, hits like To Make Dumbo Fly Higher, to more subdued jams like Hold Your Horses, Elephants. And he was my muse. After chilling for a little less than 15 minutes, I made it back outside to a beautifully lit wonder. I can't preface enough. Dumbo the Flying Elephant at night is perfection. It's truly stunning, and you get a truly different experience than riding it, in the middle of the day on a hot spring or summer. It's almost hauntingly beautiful with the shadows that painted the base of the ride. I made it to my 37th Dumbo, buckled up, and once again prepared for another flight. I'm gonna have to start closing my eyes. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm getting very dizzy. Holy Nikes. After I got off, I stumbled across two of my work buddies, and I told them what I was, doing and the day that I had. And surely enough, they decided to join in. We have to show them that we're buckling.
We are buckling. Buckle.
Can you see them buckle? Buckle.
Whoa.
And then we do this.
Oh, there's Sarah. All the way up.
It was 7:13 p.m. and I traveled down the line to the left side, picking Dumbo number 1 as my 39th Dumbo for the day.
Okay, Dumbo.
The one that started it all. We're doing it. Number 1. This is exciting. There's not a lot of people here anymore. I mean, there are, but like nobody inside. It's here. So. Say hi. Now, it's worth noting that as it got closer to the end of my day, I began to act odd, or odder in a sense. Something must have snapped a little, and I began acting like I had the coolest car in the world, and I was trying to impress, I don't know, someone that likes Dumbo vehicles or something. I mean, like I got my hand on the Dumbo like it's a steering wheel, and I don't know, mewing? Is that what the kids say nowadays? I thought I was the coolest person in the park or something. I knew in that moment I wasn't cool, but I wasn't cool. But for some reason, I thought it would be funny to film something like this, something so awkward and weird. Once I landed, I got 2 more Dumbos out of the way. Ride 40 and 41. Before chatting with the person in line in front of me. We got to talking while the group of others loaded onto the ride, and I mentioned that, I was riding Dumbo all day. They seemed to be both confused yet fascinated with the idea, and asked a bunch of questions like, how are you feeling? Or, what number are you on? Or, wait, the whole day? But the question that really got me was, what's the scariest Dumbo? From personal experiences, from watching others and having rode the ride prior to this day, there was one Dumbo that crossed my mind. So it's a lot quieter now. I feel like I can actually vlog in a way and actually speak instead of narrating, after I edit this. But I'm going to show you the scariest Dumbo. I've had people before ask me what the scariest Dumbo is, and I will show you. And I will show you exactly how to make it scary as well. So just you wait. Alright, it's going to be this Dumbo right here. Number 23. Alright, so to make it scary, what you gotta do is you gotta be as low to the ground as possible. You gotta be here. So I'm gonna go down. Okay? I'm gonna go down. And then what's gonna happen is when it gets all the way up to the top for the victory lap, what's gonna happen is it's not gonna make it all the way to the top. This is usually what happens when I see people who are doing this, or when they just don't do it at all. And that's gonna happen. When we're gonna get to the top, it's not gonna make it, and then it's gonna basically throw me down, back down to the ground. So we're just gonna wait for a second. I got small anxiety about this. I think it's happened once to me, and I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it at all. Alright, here we go. Oh! 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 Jesus.
See you soon.
You feel like a... Okay. No more of that. So I didn't think that video did any justice, so I'm gonna do it again, but I'm gonna face the camera the other way. And I'm gonna try and be as still as possible, so then you can see just how crazy it actually is. So we're on 23 again, 23. So you can see, okay, so first, it's gonna go do its thing, it's gonna go up, and I'm gonna make it go down. All right. Great, we're all the way down to the ground, okay. And hopefully you can see like the Dumbo like in front of me too, like maybe I'll bring it up a little bit so you can see just like how fast I go down compared to this other one. Okay, here we go, 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 here we go. Here we go, here we go, here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. As 8 p.m. started to approach, I buckled up for my 44th Dumbo of the day and then skipped my way over to my 45th as the fireworks began to light the sky. I mean, look at this beautiful shot right here. And then finally, I made it back to Dumbo number 1. Since it was so late and the fireworks were decorating the sky, I knew that there wasn't going to be many, if any, people riding the ride, prompting me to start and end the day on Dumbo number 1. Let's try and end the night on number 1.
Now before we continue, the next portion of this video shows you the true impact of what happens to the mind, body, and soul of an individual who has not only ridden a Dumbo all day, but someone who has permanently plastered themselves to one Dumbo without getting up to walk.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I buckled into my 46th ride and I watched as happily ever after fireworks illuminated the sky, and I listened to the music overlapping Timothy's voice. And then I took flight. It was a nice flight. I even tried to film the fireworks as I spun around in circles. When we all descended, I remained seated in the Dumbo number 1. The cast members cheered me on as a handful of other riders left. I buckled up once again for my 47th flight, got ready for my second ascension as I stayed seated. Finally though, we hit 48 rides. But I had no idea. I literally had no idea I completed my 3rd challenge, and I was actually starting to lose it. The fireworks finale began creeping up, and I was screaming odd things. I mean, what's happening in this clip?
Oh my goodness, what's happening?
I don't even know why I was yelling at this, but for some reason I felt like it was needed in the moment. And then all of a sudden I just started drifting off as the music like serenaded me into a semi-slumber. But then immediately I forced myself to sing the finale, pushing through as I went from like a high and then to a low and then to a high again. Within less than 2 minutes. Not only was I at a high, but I think I was actually going insane.
But it was Tinkerbell!
Like, I mean, does this look like a face of a sane man? I continued to quote the ending of the finale as if the song spoke through my very body and soul. Happily Ever After was like my gospel at this point. The high continued as I sang with the cast members, reaching out and looking for a duet partner as my phone battery and my energy battery died slowly as the final fireworks lit. I finally hit the halfway mark, my 50th Dumbo of the day, and no, I had no idea. I was just loving the music, I was just loving life, and I was on cloud 9 for some reason. It was as if I just took a trip around the world at Epcot and then I came right back. I was just feeling good. I mean, as you can see right here, okay, I'm trying my best to seem normal in this clip, but you can see how my body is just kind of giving out. That thumbs up right there, it didn't know where it was going. And sure enough, I mean, what goes up must come down. My highs soon depleted, reality started to drift away, and everything began feeling just like a blur. I just slowly became so overwhelmed with keeping track of my numbers. I forgot what my goals were, and the weight of the constant spinning began hitting me at its hardest.
I'm getting really tired. Like I'm still having a great time, but I'm getting tired.
Make sure your flights are safe.
I don't know what to tell you.
Sure to stay seated.
9 to 9, you know.
Hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And be sure to watch your kids.
It gets
Damas
exhausting.
y caballeros.
It gets really exhausting.
Seguridad, permanezcan sentados con el cinturón ajustado.
Yo, I had to look back into it, but I don't know if I'm at 52 or if I'm at 53. Like, everything, especially staying on the same exact Dumbo for the end of this, I just have no idea. I don't know what number I'm on. So, if anybody asks me, it's gonna either be one off or it's gonna be the right number. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna say 53 for right now. But you guys have been following along, and I'll be putting things up so you can figure it out. But it's just my honest, like, what's going on through my head right now. Being so dizzy and being on this, it's just, there's a lot happening right now in my brain. It's crazy, man.
Once I made it back down, a cast member asked me what number I was on. Of course, I let them know I had no idea. I mean, I was only a number off, but the struggle was real. I can tell you this, that in this clip, deep down, I thought maybe I could have been like way off. Was I on like 48? Was I on my 60th? Genuinely, I was just hoping that my prediction of the current ride being the 53rd or the 54th was close.
I'm losing it. I don't even know. And I'm at like 4% right now. I'm at 4% and I'm trying to get done by 9. So we'll see what happens.
54 and my energy was completely gone. I was tired. The day had hit me and I was crashing. I was feeling lightheaded, I was getting sleepy, and my everything in me just wanted to stop. I wanted to be finished with this challenge, but I also wanted to be finished. With a now 4% battery, I rose up and immediately closed my eyes. The constant spinning began to look like a hallucination and just everything blurred together. I felt dizzy, sick. 55, Timothy's voice began to actually bother me. I mean, I joked about him all day because, it was fun, it was goofy.
And for all you grown-up types, be sure to watch your kids. Damas y caballeros.
But in this moment, I just really wanted him to be quiet.
This is your ringmaster, Timothy Monk. To make sure your flights are safe, be sure to stay seated with your seatbelt fastened, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And be sure to watch your kids. Damas y caballeros. Hold the lever in the up position.
I don't know how to describe it, but like, I feel like I'm drunk. Like, I feel like I'm drunk. I feel like I'm in another dimension, I swear. I don't even know. Like, I feel like my body feels drunk, but my brain and my awareness just feels like I'm in a different dimension. Like, I'm just like staring at things like, what is going on? Anyways, I'm at like 2% now, so fingers crossed, I suppose. We got 10 more minutes.
Hi there, it's your friend, Timothy Monk. Real high flying. So as to make your flight a safe one, be sure to stay seated with your seatbelt fastened, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And for all you grown-up types, this is your ringmaster, Timothy Monk.
By the time I reached my 58th ride, I questioned the entire process. My phone kept falling, my eyes were fluttering closed, I was tired, I was defeated. I knew very well I wasn't going to hit 100 rides, and I just told myself, was this all even worth it? I mean, with everything going on, I felt like I was pushing myself to almost a Survivor-esque territory. I never experienced anything like this. Getting closer and closer to 9 p.m., I tried with everything I had to motivate myself, even the slightest amount.
Alright, we got 6 minutes left.
Hi there.
How many can I get left in 6 minutes?
As you know, Dumbo's a real high flyer. So as to make your flight
I'm like feeling nice, like motivated, but I'm not motivated. I'm ready to go, but I'm like, here we go, we're doing it. Okay.
Finally, I hit 9 p.m. and took it in. Although I was wrong about what number I was on, I was done.
Alright, it's 9 o'clock. Last one.
What are you at?
62, I think. Alright. Huh? Yeah, I'm buckled now.
To make Dumbo fly high,
One last time.
just raise the magic lever right in front of you. Everybody ready? Then
Get ready to take off to the world's only flying elephant, Dumbo!
Fly higher, lift and hold the lever in the up position.
Lift and hold that lever. Here we go. Alright, you know what to do.
I was done, and I did something I had never done before. Did I ride 100 times? No. Did I beat the world record for the most Dumbos rode in one day? Oh, 100% probably. But did we accomplish something? Yeah, something alright. As I directed how to ride Dumbo to the heavens, I felt accomplished in the fact I was able to ride from open to close. And I think that's what the most important thing of the day was. The fact that
Make Dumbo fly higher! Lift and hold the lever in the up position!
okay, yeah, so that happened.
This is me wondering if I should go again because there's extra guests, even though it's past 9 o'clock.
It's your friend, Timothy Mouse. As you know, Dumbo.
Okay, let's do it. Alright, apparently this is the last one. The one that's not at 9 o'clock, but here we go. Oh,
Hey, Dumbo.
I'm like all nervous now. Okay. Why is everyone staring at me? Jeez Louise.
So to answer the big question, 61 times. I rode Dumbo 61 times. I also gathered some data that might help answer some fun questions about the ride. If you're still up for it, let's dive into these Dumbo details. So one thing we can check out is the wait time. Looking at the timeline of when I rode each Dumbo, I noticed that most of the day had waits between 10 and 15 minutes. But the evening was a whole different story, with wait times dropping to around 5 minutes. In fact, I waited as little as 4 minutes in the evening and up to 12 minutes in the morning. Another cool thing to look at is the ride time for each Dumbo. We can figure out which Dumbo is the fastest. So, the top 5 Dumbos on the left side are Lucky number 13, 15, 16, 14, and 4. On the right side, the fastest Dumbos are 24, 33, 30, 29, and 18. Now, when it comes to picking the best Dumbo, there's a lot to consider. Things like the ride time, how far away the Dumbo is from the entrance, the view of your surrounding, and even the color. So, with that being said, the Dumbos that are the closest to entrance on the left side are 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 16, with 2 and 4 being the closest. On the right side, the closest ones are 30, 31, 32, 33, 18, 19, and 20, with 32 and 18 being the closest. When it comes to which side is better, it really comes down to a few factors. Let's start with the right side. One thing I love about it is the view. It gives you a great look at the fireworks, which is a nice touch if you have time. However, you also get a clear view of the barnstormer, which is kind of a buzzkill if you're looking for something a little bit more magical. The right side also has an advantage when it comes to the lightning lane. If you've got that pass, it's super convenient because you just have to make a quick U-turn and you're right there. Plus, the line on this side tends to be less crowded since a lot of the people in the standby lane tend to go to the left Dumbos instead. Another bonus, the right side is closer to the restrooms, which might not seem like a big deal, but if you're in line and have an emergency, it can definitely save some time. Then we have Dumbo number 23, who is also on the right side. And whether that's a pro or a con depends on your vibe. I mean, it's a bumpy ride, which some people love for the thrill, but others might find it a little bit too much. Now, moving on to the left side, it has some clear perks. First off, the view of the castle is unbeatable. Way better than seeing the barnstormer on the right side. Also, it didn't break down at all when I was riding, which is a nice little bonus. I've heard that the left side can be prone to a few breakdowns, but that wasn't an issue for me. And like the right side, the left side also gives you a great view of the fireworks, which is a win for anyone who's there during the evening show. Overall, while the right side has its advantages, the left side has a bit more to offer when it comes to views, reliability, and that classic Disney magic. Even though I really liked Dumbo number 1, and I liked Dumbo number 23, after weighing all of this information, I think I'd have to say Dumbo number 4 is the best one. It's on the left side, it's super close to the entrance, it has a great rise time, it gives you a fantastic view of the castle and fireworks later in the night, and also I think of Candyland for some reason when I see the red and purple. It makes me nostalgic and giddy. I just naturally gravitate towards that. Looking back on my day riding Dumbo, I realized that this challenge was about way more than just hitting a number of rides. It became a journey of endurance, discovery, and connecting with others. Even though I was physically tired, I gained a deeper appreciation for being in the moment. Each ride wasn't just a repetition, it was its own experience, made special by the cast members and the families around me. Their excitement was contagious, reminding me that the magic of Disney isn't just in the rides, but in the shared joy of the experience. I also learned that setting wild goals can really push you past your limits. I didn't hit my goal of 100 rides, but hitting 61 was pretty impressive. It showed me that sometimes, cheesy enough, it's less about the destination and the goal and more about the journey. It's the memories, the fun, and the lessons along the way. I've come to appreciate all the little logistics that make Dumbo such a beloved ride. From the way it's run to how the queues flow, everything plays a part in making the experience special. It also ties back to the idea that every little thing contributes to creating magic. At the end of the day, this adventure was about so much more than riding a merry-go-round of elephants. It was a celebration of joy, imagination, and the fun spirit that defines the Magic Kingdom. Walking away from it all, I felt incredibly grateful for the day spent soaring through the skies. Proof that sometimes the most magical moments come when you dare to take flight.